This week, we're taking you guys to one of our favorite states. The best part about this state is we actually don't have to go anywhere. It's a state where both myself and my dad grew up hunting. It's none other than our home state of Pennsylvania. We're very fortunate that we get to travel all across the country and hunt in so many different states. But for us, nothing beats coming back home and hunting on our home turf. So grab your red slippers, Dorothy, because there's no place like home. Man, let me tell you guys something. It feels good to be back home in Pennsylvania. We've had a pretty crazy fall so far this year, and now we get to come home for a bit and enjoy all the hard work we put in this summer. And believe me, there was a lot of it. From food plots to trail cameras to boots on the ground scouting, we feel we are more prepared for this season than ever. I mean, heck, even J-Rod has some bucks located.
Well, buddy, I hope you don't really think I've told you about all the shooters I've located so far. But Austin is right. We've put eyes on a lot of target bucks this summer. For myself, I have my eyes on a buck we call bump brows, a buck we call one brow, and a buck we call muley. I know what you're thinking, very creative. Well, it's a good thing we put more effort into hunting these deer than we do naming them. And as for Austin, he's targeting two big 8-pointers, a big 10-point, and a mainframe 12 that's been around the farm for years that we call the Maine bean buck. And with all this potential just running around the woods, we're in for one heck of a season.
Okay, have fun.
All right, we'll see ya. Good luck.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm getting ready here in 10 minutes and we're heading out too. Right. Tyler, good luck.
Good. See you guys.
Kill a deer. You gotta put it in dry.
Drive.
Yeah. So for the first day of the season, Dad is heading out to one of our brand new food plots we put in this season called the Hawk Field, where we've seen one brow, bump brow, and his #1 target buck, muley. As for me, I'm heading to where Dad hunted on opening day last year, the bull field. Last year, this is where he had an encounter with one of my target bucks, the Big 10. This is also a field that my big 8-point has been tearing up scrapes all summer long. So it should only be a matter of time before one of these guys makes a mistake and comes out into the field.
We are set up here in Pennsylvania. You know, we've been hunting all over the place since the beginning of September, and it just felt like archery season here in our home state took forever to get here. But we're sitting in this big tower blind tonight over this clover, targeting two specific deer, a big heavy 8-point and a really nice 10-point that Dad passed up last year as a 3-year-old. By the end of the night, all those deer will filter into this field. It just might be a couple of days, or it could happen tonight. But first day in Pennsylvania, man, we're excited. Mike, let's get done, buddy.
Right here. That's about a wrap. I'd say that was a pretty successful first set though. I mean, I don't know what we saw. I lost count there, 10, 11, 12 bucks.
few does. Some things are moving late on us, but man, it was pretty awesome for a first day.
We're live.
To catch all the crazy behind-the-scenes action from the Bearded Buck, like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram.
Well, you saw that right. Opening day came and went, and I don't have a buck on the ground for the first time in 4 years. And you know what? I am perfectly okay with that. All good things must come to an end. I am more than ready to put some long hours in to get one of my target bucks, and that's exactly what I did. Every day from noon until dusk, I spent in that tower stand waiting for those bucks to do the seemingly inevitable thing and come out into the field for that first week of the season. But as we all know, there's no such thing as a sure thing when it comes to hunting. We saw a ton of deer in that field, from does to spikes to little 8 points. We saw it all. We even had an encounter with a great 3.5-year-old 10-point, but the 2 bucks I'm after never showed their face. So with the first week coming to a close, we decided to change things up by hunting the morning and try a new stand. And well, it was unlike any other sit that we had so far this season.
Well, that's all she wrote. Stick a fork in us, Mike. We're done. Slow morning here in the woods. Real slow. Saw a couple turkeys. Other than that, nothing. A beautiful morning though, at least. Sneak out of here, get some lunch, maybe a nap. Get back out there this evening. Cut. After a slow morning, we said we were going to switch gears, and we are. You know, it feels almost weird to say, but this is actually our first evening sit in a tree stand, and we are in Doe City. I'm going to just give you a rundown of what's going to happen here tonight. About 20-30 minutes, there's going to be a little herd of does that come through here. I'm going to smoke one of them. And then yesterday, there was a good buck that was on that cell camera right there. Hopefully he comes back and we get a double. Doe and a buck tonight. That's best case scenario. Worst case scenario, we still kill a doe 100%. I mean, this field is ridiculous. It's literally Doe City. I promise you we'll see some deer. A buttload of them. Let's do her.
So we sat there for what seemed like a couple hours, but in reality it was probably only 30 minutes when, just like I predicted, we started to get surrounded by does. Looks like it's time to bloody an arrow.
I'm not gonna lie, it took a little longer than I thought it would for those deer to come out here, but they just popped right out in front of us. I just hammered that doe. The other deer didn't even know what happened. She really didn't even know what happened. I hit her so hard. She just sort of walked off. She shouldn't be very far, but get another arrow ready, and hopefully we get a chance to target buck tonight, man. Deer should be moving.
So after we shot that doe, we went on to just have one of those hunts that makes you happy to be a hunter. We had deer just pouring out from every direction, deer chasing, bucks getting frisky, just an overall beautiful evening.
Definitely an eventful night. Man, we saw just a ton of deer, but our target buck didn't show up like he did last night. Little bucks are wound up, man. They're chasing does. You can hear them grunting. Things are happening quick. I think the next week or so is going to be pretty exciting here in Pennsylvania.
So after that awesome night in the woods, seeing all of those deer, we got pretty confident that things were about to turn on for us. But over the next couple of days, all of our target bucks seem to have shifted their patterns. They're not spending as much time in the food plots, and they're spending more time in the timber chasing does. The rut is just starting to fire up here in Pennsylvania, and for the first time in history of the show, I get to hunt it, and I could not be any more excited.
We're deep in the timber today, man. I mean, it is starting here in Pennsylvania. So we decided to get down here on this big river bottom where it's just super thick and where I know there's a ton of bucks using this and does bedding in it. So, you know, you gotta be where the does are for the bucks this time of the year. And, you know, those bucks that aren't with the does, they're cruising, they're making their laps, trying to find that hot doe. But we're gonna do some grunting, rattling, bleeding, a little bit of everything. See if we can get a buck worked up. But I got in here super early. Let things calm down. It's gonna be a fun sit. There's a doe right here. I think it's the old one. Yeah, it's the old one. You see him up there? You see him? Huh? Yeah, I see him. Yeah, I see him. Yeah, he is. Yeah. He's not stupid, he knows where she went. That was a pretty cool encounter. That's that old buck. He was down here dogging that doe. That doe came up right in front of us. He skirted us, out around us a little bit. And I grunted to him. He sort of seemed interested. But once he got up there, he got on her trail and he just took off, and he's gonna keep following her, but he thought about it.
Well, that night turned out pretty great for us. You know, we ended up seeing several more does, 2 more bucks right at the end of shooting light, but no other shooters came cruising through. With all the activity in that bottom, we knew right where we were gonna be in the morning.
Well, we snuck down to the same creek bottom that we were in last night. It's raining a bit this morning, but, you know, we had an awesome sit last night, saw 3 or 4 bucks. The bucks are definitely up on their feet chasing does, and it's only a matter of time we sit here, the right one comes by. We had one of our target bucks yesterday just skirt around us, probably 70 yards, but hopefully we're in for another good one. Oh, here comes the doe right here. Another one coming. Yearling. Oh, here comes some more right behind us. Well, it is 11 o'clock, and we're gonna sneak out of here. Possibly be up top the hill here, in a spot we call the hub. A bunch of different spokes. I mean, there are just tons of does coming to that food plot every evening, and you know those bucks have to be there sooner or later. So we're gonna sneak out of here, grab a quick lunch, and make a decision and get back in the woods, because you know it's a great time of the year to be in the woods, man. I mean, if you aren't, you're probably missing out on some stuff. So we're gonna sneak out of here real quick and get back in. It's October 29th, and boy, is it a wet one today. We're getting aggressive. You know, it's that crazy time of the year, so we're trying the decoy. Hopefully it brings us some luck. We're on this big field we call the hub, which has a bunch of different spokes in it. There's a big 12 point in here, mainframe 12, that we've watched for years. Whether it pans out for us, I don't know, but bucks are chasing, they're fighting. You just never know. You gotta find the right deer in the right mood. I think it could end up to be one heck of a night. Oh, there's a little 4-point right here. Look at this tough guy. Mike, look at this thing. He thinks he's the toughest deer in the woods right now. Looks like there's a doe down there. Mike, it's him. He's coming right up over the hill behind that doe. Holy cow. I wonder if he'll come in. He should want to protect his doe. Oh my, look at him. He's gonna come to the decoy. I know it. Know it. Throw a bunch. Wouldn't put it past her. Come up over. I don't know if I can shoot him if he goes way back there. Like 50. I don't know if I want to. You heard that? I think he's gonna come in front of us. Mike, he's gonna come in. You want him? He's spewing blood, man. He's spewing. He's spewing.
You kidding me? Give me some of that, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I am tagged out in Pennsylvania over a decoy. You gotta love it when a plan comes together, Mike. Give me some of that, baby. Give me some of that. I thought he was gonna follow that doe. I grunted to him a couple times. He was scraping. He was so pissed off. Man, has it been tough here in PA. Some of my other target bucks just gave us so much trouble. We've been putting a lot of hours in, and we just killed the main beam buck over a decoy, baby. Yes.
Hello?
Hey, 12-point hit, baby.
No way.
Oh yeah, right at the decoy.
Austin, are you serious?
Came right to the decoy.
All right, I was just going to look for turkeys. Oh my God. Congrats, man.
Thanks. Well, with plenty of daylight left, I decided to head back to camp to meet up with Dad and review the shot really quick before heading after him. And although the shot looked slightly back, there was a ton of blood pumping out of him. So we changed into some dry clothes real quick and went back out looking for him. Oh shoot, right here.
Oh my! Oh, don't break his... I think he was done on the run.
Yeah. Well, hey guys, here he is, the main beam buck. This deer put on an absolute show for us. He came into the field with a doe, and as soon as he saw that decoy, he made two big scrapes, and I grunted at him a couple times. He flipped his ears back, bristled his hair up, and he came on a string right to the decoy for us. And for it to come together like that for me on October 29th here in Pennsylvania, awesome buck, great evening. Well guys, there you have it. Another awesome deer season in the books for me here in our home state of PA. Once again, I was able to harvest an old mature buck that we've had a ton of history with in the past. You know, we might have made a bit of a gutsy call putting a decoy out there, but in the end, it not only worked like a charm, but became one of my favorite hunts in our home state. Every day. I tie my shoes.